waste any time. I know our guests are really hungry. Follow me. Join one of our hosts here, Anthony. Anthony, let's get us started.
How you doing, Mitch?
Doing
Thank
great.
you very much. Welcome to Saute Sessions. Just a quick thank you to Mitch, our utility guy, who's going to be serving for our guest chef here today, cooking all our foods that we're going to be enjoying here today, and also our other host there over there, John Ferdinand.
Thank you, Anthony.
And
we have some of the finest people here. We want to have everybody introduce themselves. So again, my name's John Ferdinand. I'm one of the hosts here. We're going to start off with your name, sir.
I'm Richie.
I'm Jessie. I'm Erin.
I'm Mark.
I'm the other host, Anthony.
I'm Kristen.
Eric.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Tony.
Great. Now that we have everybody introduced, just going to do a quick rundown of what Saute Sessions really is. Basically, it's just a food relationship talk show. A lot of relationship issues out there, white lies, cheating issues. So we basically want to combine that and kind of incorporate it with food. So every dish that you're going to be served to today is going to be a relationship-inspired course that our chef Mitch is going to be cooking up. We're going to go ahead and serve it to you guys. So. Without any ado, let's get together our first dish.
Thanks, Anthony. Well, for our first dish, we're going to have a nice antipasta dish. It's a combination of peppers, 2 types of cheeses, a sharp provolone and an Asiago, as well as 3 different types of meats. And the beautiful thing about this dish is that it's meant to be passed around. It's a great opening dish that people can share. So I'm going to put one over here for you guys.
Thank you.
And one over here.
Thank you.
Got some white wine coming up. Anthony?
That's fantastic. This looks great. This is probably my favorite dish. I love antipastas, being Italian, especially the Asiago cheese. But you gotta take it away if you want to describe the food at all.
There is an Italian proverb, and it says, "Eat little, well, and often." And it perfectly captures the spirit of antipasto. A great wine that Mitch is actually pouring for us right now. It's a white wine. It's a Chardonnay. It's of the Napa Valley in the 2009 year. The white wines actually bring out the taste in the cheese and the 2 different meats we have here.
Good stuff. And just so that everybody knows that this first dish, created by Mitch, kind of inspired. We have a lot of white cheese out there. We got the white wine going, and we kind of wanted. I thought about that and kind of make it like a white lie relationship topic. So since we got so much white on the table, we want to talk about white lies. If that they're, realistically, do you have full disclosure? Do you not have full disclosure? So basically, we want to just kind of kick off the discussion with that, and we'll get and open up the table as Mitch is kind of finish up pouring us up our wine, and feel free, guys, dig in for the antipasta.
Hey guys, take it, pass it around.
Asiago cheese, fantastic.
Mark, do you want to kick us off? You're kind of jumping at the bit
I
there.
tend to tell a white lie here and there. Like if
Your honey bear.
Can you describe when you guys are looking at each other? Are you possibly in a relationship? Does that
We
sound-
are in a
relationship.
We should point out that on this side of the table we do have our registered couples here, Richie, Jessie, Erin, and Mark. So just kind of give you the couple perspective there, but I don't want to interrupt Mark if he's got some white lies that, not so much white lies we were telling, but like, are they good for a relationship? Just kind of keep the peace in that sense.
absolutely.
We totally agree. So full disclosure is
Full
not
disclosure.
full disclosure is not. You don't want to do full disclosure. White lies every now and then.
Absolutely.
Definitely keep the peace.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
You always tell them that they look nice no matter what. That's the biggest one.
So don't.
Do I look nice in this? Should I change this?
That's
You
a
just
classic.
say, you
That's
look
22.
great. You never say no because then they're going to put on 4 different outfits.
And then wait 37.
Exactly.
And what happens if they don't look good? You don't want to go out with a girl that's not looking good, though.
We've been dating 5 years.
Never say you look fine. Wow, Mark.
Never say fine.
Never say fine.
Never say fine. Fine, make
Says
a cop
fine, I
out.
changed 10 times.
You gotta use like phenomenal. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
honey, you look dazzling.
That is true.
You don't want to go too over the top, though. They'll probably know something's up and you go too over the top.
But the thing is to avoid the white lies. You should say
Yes.
something before they even ask. Once they come out,
So that's like a pre. Don't even give her.
Don't even give her the chance to does this look okay or does this and that? Just don't even give them the chance.
Well, that's interesting. From a couple's perspective, we have our singles on the other side of the table. If you guys if you agree with Mark at all, I know maybe dating in a single relationship, maybe full disclosure up at first isn't welcome, but maybe towards as a relationship progresses. I mean, how do our singles feel about that? I mean, feel free to jump in. Pass this antipasto around. Get this going down the table. You got to have some of this, especially the Asiago cheese. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
As for the white lies over here, I can tell you personally, I would rather a relationship that's fully open. Whether it's white lies or it's not white lies. If I go to the girl that I'm seeing and I go, hey, does this shirt look crappy or should I go change? She goes, nah, go put on a different shirt. Like that to me would be better. Or, if she went to a bar and I said, well, did you have a good time? Did you meet anybody? And she tells me she met some other guy. Like I would rather the openness to say, hey, you know what, let's put it on the table and be honest.
Yeah.
That's just me, and I think that might
Coming
be
from a guy's
dating,
perspective,
though. Yeah.
Coming from a guy's perspective, it's much easier, I think, for guys to be to be able to receive open opinions about themselves than it is for girls, though. I mean,
I agree. You shouldn't start, if you're going to start out white lying, then it's definitely going to turn into other lies. I mean, you should be honest with each other. If it works out, then it works out. I mean, if you start open, I feel like it would progress into other things, and you could start your white line or whatever you want. But at first, you definitely should be open. I totally agree.
Where's the line? I mean, where do you separate white lie versus?
A white lie is like a lie that.
I view a white lie as like to keep the peace. Like for an example, all right, let's say that one of my friends as a girl. Let's say I'm dating someone. One of my friends is a girl who we get along with. We're like brother and sister. But to my significant other, it appears that we're something a little bit more. Let's say I'm out, I'm partying, I'm drinking, I don't want to drive home, I sleep at her place. My girlfriend calls me, she says, where are you at? What are you doing? Oh, I'm kind of staying out tonight. Oh, where are you staying? I tell her I'm staying at my buddy's
No,
house.
that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no.
I'm staying at my buddy's house.
What a white lie?
Why is that not a white lie?
Because if they find out about that, then it makes you look 10 times worse.
What I'm saying, there's a pre-emphasis that she thinks that I'm more than just friends with
Then
this
you
girl.
shouldn't do it.
That if I tell her that I'm staying at this girl's house,
Yeah, but if you're just friends, there should be no reason
it's
why
like a
you can't say,
double-edged
yo, I'm
sword.
spending the
No.
night here.
You're just thinking
But-
of something to a bigger
But I'm
whole
saying, so if all right, let's say I'm friends with a girl. If my girlfriend's not understanding about that, is that her fault for being not understanding, or should I just have not have
Even gone there.
just not have gone there? What if
Just
there was
not
no other
gone
place
there.
for me to go? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
You gotta be understanding in that situation.
You can always.
She's got to be understanding.
What if it was just turned around? Like, what if you didn't trust that guy and she stayed at that house? Would you rather her lie to you?
Good point.
Oh,
Guys don't like
Great
to take
point,
on
Lauren.
that.
You would be with it, so no.
I'll revert my last comment about guys being easier to take opinions and if a girl's telling a white lie, because if she said that and about a guy that I wasn't too sure about and she was staying over there, I guess I would have an issue with that.
Honestly, if she's close enough to be in my business, she should stay out of it.
But I mean,
Kidding. I was joking.
so I mean it's got to be a mutual trust there.
No, honestly, my thought is like, don't be so over the top. Let people do their thing. Go do whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Why not establish a relationship based on honesty and you tell everybody everything,
Right.
and then she doesn't have any reason to suspect when you go there?
Maybe there's some things about me that I don't want her to know.
I think there's a big difference.
Then you omit
between
certain
lying
details.
about
You lie,
sleeping at
and
an
choose
opposite
not to
sex's house
share
as
anything.
opposed to a white lie. I think it's a little bit different.
Well, that's what we're getting
I want
into.
some more of that.
Well, my white lie is
breakfast or lunch today.
I was moving out this week, and I just didn't feel like hanging out with somebody, so I said I was moving out this week. No, I really wasn't. But then again, I kind of
You are
was.
moving.
So.
Yeah, but I think what's a must-have in any white lie is an alibi. You could absolutely say you're moving out because our apartment's empty right now. Even though you weren't really moving out, like your stuff, our apartment looked empty. So you could cover yourself basically.
You must be telling some pretty complex white
I
lies.
don't know. I don't have.
Why do you want to
There
lie?
really
Like, why
is-
can't you just be honest? Like, if you can't be honest with that person, why would you want to be with them?
We're all.
And it's
Because
just
I like to keep things
from that point forward.
I think you
That's
can think
you
so.
find a girl
Lying's
to work.
exactly
Right.
actually.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying, but again, you're saying lying. I'm saying white lies.
White lies.
I'm saying, like, let's say
Now, but you
she wants to
said-
do something, you don't really feel like doing it. You just
But you
rather
said
hang out, boys, watch football, and drink beer.
I'd
Then
rather
you
you
say
tell
that.
me that than make up something that like, oh, I'm sick in
Because
bed.
you're an
Right.
awesome girl. 90% of girls are not like
Not
they're
that.
not
Every girl
that.
here would say, we would all be like, oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Like it sucks, but like at least you tell me the truth.
Because then if he finds out what really was going on,
Right.
or 10 times
What
more.
if?
Exactly.
What if you haven't
Yeah.
seen each other for a while?
No matter
Why
what
would you
the
want to say
situation,
that? Why would you want to say
there.
that?
You need to break up.
So it looks like we're pretty much winding down
Pretty
with this
much
topic.
like when you start dating, you shouldn't white lie. When you're into it,
Check out this dude
5
with a
years,
case of beer.
year and a half, it's okay. I guess. Like,
I would buy that. I would buy that. All right, we're pretty much wrapping up.
On my way down.
I really like what Lauren had to say about starting out, not so much okay, but 5 years into it, white lies are white lies, like Mark said, for a reason. They don't mean anything. Wrapping up with it, we're gonna go to Mitch for our final thought, our chef here today. See what he has to say, because he's cooking up everything for us. So.
You guys are you guys are cooking it up over there. Anthony, and you kind of just stole my thunder. The point that Lauren and Mark made is exactly what I was going for. Is that when there's a time factor, it's interesting where you can put it in perspective of between this frame of time, this is okay. Between this frame of time, it's an interesting point. One thing I did want to say is it's funny that all the girls I think in the back of their mind are thinking that they're going to catch the guy in this white lie. It's always assumed that they're going to be caught. So, guys, we know we're not going to be caught on all these lies, right? I feel like it's a little lie. We can keep it under ourselves, and the key is if we just don't tell anyone, I think we'll be fine. Just keep it to ourselves. I know.
I wear my lie like I wear clothes. It's right on. You can tell.
Well,
I'm not a good liar. I'm not good.
But-
I got burned on it before.
We've been alive for 23 years now. I mean, people know whether or not they're good liars. So you got to use your discretionary judgment, I guess. Yeah, so that was a good topic. Thank you, guys. Anthony?
Sorry, I got a piece of prosciutto in my mouth. So yeah, absolutely. Pick your battles when you're doing your white lie. But that wraps up for our course 1. I hope everybody enjoyed their antipasto with a little white wine. Next up, we have course 2 and topic 2. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
See you.